Hey everyone, it's Christophe Choo at Coldwell Banker Global Luxury in Beverly Hills, and I'm here today with Dr. Roger West. He is my Feng Shui practitioner that I've used for many, many years, and it's so important to follow the principles of Feng Shui. And it's also important for your office, your home, all of the different spaces you're in, to have an annual Feng Shui checkup. So Roger came in today, and I found out today I did it a little bit too late, but it's fine. We're supposed to do it the end of January, is that right?
Yeah, generally, for Feng Shui purposes, the cycle changes on February 4th or 5th. So if you can do it before that, that's good. Then
So now I know to do it in January instead of in May. But Roger came in, and it's not just walking in and looking at things around. He uses a lot of tools that are based on geomancy, I believe, in Feng Shui, isn't it?
That's the Western term for it.
Oh, it's a Western term for it. So
Yeah.
one of the tools he uses is what's called a lopan. I'll look at real close. It's a very intricate machine that's based on the directions of north, south, east, and west. And don't ask me how to figure this out, but Dr. West knows.
It is interesting. It's a south-pointing compass.
South pointing compass, which I think is interesting. He looks at my birth date. He looks at the birth date of the building, meaning when the building was constructed and
Construction
completed.
cycle.
And then every year the energy changes based on the new year,
That's right.
And what he does is, thank God we have a floor plan of my building and suite. So he looks at the floor plan of my suite and he breaks it up into what, 8 different sections?
Based on the 8 compass directions, and each of those 8 directions are further broken down into 15-degree increments.
Got it, got it. And so, for example, today we still have a couple of new things to do. We had to make sure the fountains are in the right place. We had to move one around. We have to do a couple of metal remedies in a couple spots in the office. Some additional metal. We're adding a new jade plant to a different area because the year changes, and the 8 different spots in the office have different energies, but they change year to year. So we have to move a few things around. Luckily, the furniture's in the right spot, right?
Yes.
And what are the 8 trigrams? Are they trigrams? Is that what you call them?
Well, the 8 directions are energies that are symbolized by the trigrams.
Okay.
And you have, when a building is built, generally you have kind of a permanent influence that or energetic map of
Right.
potentials that is generated.
Yep.
And it generates a chart like this.
Got it.
Then, yearly, however, the yearly energies change.
Right.
And interact with your permanent energies.
Got it.
Like a chemical reaction
Got
or
it.
something like that.
Got it.
And these, it's called Shuanggung Fei Xin, so flying star Feng Shui.
Okay.
And they're not celestial stars, but they're more energetic stars based on the Earth's magnetic fields
Okay.
and rotations and other planets and so forth. So what we want to do is try to cancel as much as possible any negative potential.
Yep.
And activate the positive potentials. So when we look at the Flying Star Feng Shui, we really are looking at potentials that can be manifested or activated by physical placement
Got
of
it.
elements in specific locations. Just like acupuncture, you can't put a needle just anywhere.
Right.
The practitioner has to know, okay, we need it because of this, and that may change
Got it.
from time to time.
Got it.
So just
So
like
that makes a lot of sense to me. You cancel the spots where there is negative energy organically, I guess, and you build on or promote the areas that are positive energy, right?
that's correct.
Wonderful. And this is not just, I'll show you another little quick thing. This is not just someone, there's a lot of different types of Feng Shui. There's black hat, and this is, what do they call this kind
This
of?
is classical Shuanggung Fei Xin Flying Star Feng Shui.
Classical, but the real Feng Shui, not what I call black hat, or just the people who walk in and say, put a mirror here, put a, just all that silly stuff. This is real, where they calculate the year of the building, they calculate your age, they calculate with the lopan the direction of the office based on that particular year. And as Roger does, he does a very detailed plan of what has to be done in the different 8 quadrants of the office. And I also get a very written, detailed 2 or 3 page plan, just reconfirming the different 8 directions, what has to be in there at this time. So in life, I think you always have tools and people around you, like Dr. Roger West, to help make your life, your business, all of the different elements of your personal life as good as they can be. And why not have the benefit of, how old is Feng Shui, by the way? 20,000 years old?
It's a few thousand years old. It used to be called Kanyu, which meant to raise the head, look at the heavens, lower the head, look at the earth. In other words, as man, how do we interact between
Interesting.
these energies.
And there's no question, when I picked this office suite, I picked it because I felt good in the space. And then Roger came, there were 5 private offices, and without saying anything to him, he confirmed this was the best space for me. So I think Feng Shui has a lot to do also with our own feelings. Like we're looking, my office is a bit messy right now because we're in the middle of kind of remodeling, and there were things on the floor, and he says, it's not going to be like this permanently, and I realized that I can't have clutter around me. And he says, you see what happens? You're walking to and from your desk, but you're walking by near clutter. It's a block. You need to keep a good energy flow. So I just want to share briefly this little meeting this morning. Once we've done the Feng Shui remedies for this year, the office has been repainted and fixed up. I'll do a full video showing you the remedies. But thanks for coming out, Roger.
My pleasure.
If you guys ever need a Feng Shui expert here in Southern California, Dr. Roger West at drrogerwestfengshui.com, is that right? I'll post the link.
West.
drwestfengshui.com.
Yeah.
I'll post the link on this video so you can check out his website and call him. And actually, for a friend of mine, you did a remote Feng Shui, right? You didn't even go to her office.
Oh yes, it's possible to do an off-site Feng Shui.
Off-site Feng Shui.
With a lot of photographs and videos.
Look, I'd rather have Roger come physically here and walk around with me. And we also looked at my assistant's desk to make sure there's a couple things we have to change there. And but it can only help, and it certainly doesn't hurt. So look at Feng Shui, check it out, and watch down the road. We'll do our new video when it's all completed, and we've implemented the new Feng Shui implementation rules for this year. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Roger.
Thank you.